President Gotabaya Rajapaksa of Sri Lanka, who fled the island nation, has just resigned. Celebrations have begun in Sri Lanka. Let's go across to Sreeja, who's with the protesters who've been agitating for nearly 100 days. Sreeja, this is what they've been waiting for.
Well, clearly it's been 97 days of the protests here at Golface, right outside the old parliament. There's tears of joy, there's celebration, there's crackers that's being burst by the protesters. Of course, it's a huge celebration at the moment, though we understand, official confirmation come out just yet from the Speaker's office announcing the resignation of Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa. What we do know is that the Speaker has received Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa's resignation, and that it would take at least about an hour to authenticate the resignation. So if I could go across to a few protesters here, Father Jivanta, now he's been protesting along with the other protesters, people of all different walks of life, for almost 97 days now. The news has come that he has stepped down. How does it really feel? Is this the end of the protest?
Yeah, we can believe but not yet confirm. So the letter has to be authenticated. Anyway, we know that under the pressure of people's power, this kind of tyranny should be failed. So we know this is the people's victory. So all throughout this journey, people have shed their blood, and many of our friends are still in the prison, and many had to go through, all of us, with tear gas, baton charge, and so many hardships. And nearly 97 days, protesters in rain, in sun, so with so many sufferings and people dying in the queues, but we have on the...
Absolutely, it's a victory is what they claim. You see several people. In fact, if I could go across to, okay, there's tears of joy here. Now she's an actress, so you've been, in the protest since the start. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's like more than 3 months we were being fighting against the corrupted leaders. Actually, the innocent people in Sri Lanka, they were voting them and they were giving them power and they were giving all the rights to them. They were giving all the comforts to them to live happily.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that people have given them to rob the money which belongs to the country.
Right. Thank you. In fact, this is what you see right behind me. There's, announcement that's being made to all those who are assembling here in terms of the celebration. They're talking about the struggle. They're talking about the victory over the last 97 days. If I could go across to yet another, the activist here, Mr. Nuzli, who's been at the forefront of the protest since the beginning, since the start of this particular, movement, which they call it as the People's Movement. What next? Now we see Mr. Gotabaya has sent his resignation to the Speaker. What next? Are you all ending your protest? Does it end here?
First of all, as a country, we are pumped up to hear the resignation of previous President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. He will be considered not as a resigned president, but a president who fled the country, scared of the people's power. And we would like to thank each and every Sri Lankan who came to this protest, who fight for the country, and we would like to bow for them. And what next? We would absolutely not stop here. We would continuously fight for this until Ranil Wickremesinghe, the corrupt leader Ranil Wickremesinghe, resigns.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Nuzli. You also wanted to talk about the tears of joy that you were talking to me, right? How does it feel that eventually, you all have been fighting for this for so long, and now you see that the resignation has reached Speaker's office?
Yeah, it's the happiest moment for us because since April 9th we are here.
So with the Gotabaya's resignation, does it change? Does anything change?
Yes, definitely, because as a person from North and East, it's a Tamil, we have faced a lot of issue with this government, and from the beginning we are telling we are not supporting this fellow.
Yes.
And as a fellow citizens of Sri Lanka, I came up with them, and we have fight like anything to send him off.
All right, thank you. In fact, you have so many, large crowd that's gathering here. The crowd is swelling, and this will go on till about midnight until that confirmation comes out of Speaker's office with regard to Gotabaya Rajapaksa's resignation.
Right, Sreeja, and of course, as we've seen, it's been a 97-day protest, nearly 100 days where these peaceful protests have continued. So many protesters there gathering today. For them, it's victory.